Welcome. You know, when doing these last few uploads, I was thinking something. I feel more energetic, more powerful, more regal, more myself. We always hear about how we need to reclaim our power, return to the powers that we've given to others, and make sure they come back untainted to make us whole again. That power is strong, the power is me, it is I, it is you. But how does it make you feel? How should it make you feel? It should make you feel powerful, strong, tall, even if you're short. That nothing can harm you. Nothing can sway your mind or your decision. Our minds are filtrated with concepts and ideas and what-if statements. But what if I go out into the world and something attacks me and I'm no longer that strength or that power character that I am? Because that is what the mind does. That is what it has been dictated to think. But it is not that. We can be loving and caring and fathers and mothers and show kindness and all those things that generate empathy and love and creativeness and character, and still remain a warrior, someone who is powerful and strong when need be. So when you think about that and you reclaim your power through your life lessons, through your tests and your trials and all of the stuff that society throws at us, whether it's God or torment or punishment or trials or tribulations or just things we have to go through the dark night of the soul. When you get to those moments where, like I've said, you've had enough, you cannot stand by anymore, or you've spent so much time inwardly and you look at reality for what it is. Well, what is it? I was thinking about it, and it's kind of like, for me at least, when you think about society or the reality of the world, the shopping centers, the purchases, the cars, the roadways, the more and the more and the more it starts to replicate the internet. It really is. It's the highway of reality. Reality is the Internet of Things. When we go home, we are isolated away from it. And when we go out into the world, we connect to the internet. We go out into the streets, we buy shopping. We buy food, we buy groceries, we buy all the sorts of things that we are. We drive to another place and have a look through that window. We open that door and go in. The whole emphasis of that social interaction is just a human internet. What do you do when you go online? You connect to the internet. You go on a bus or a serial somewhere. You find a location through a URL. You enter that URL. You scroll through the items. You purchase one. You pay the cashier and you leave. You go to another site. The whole process is just a virtualized reality of human living. Yeah, maybe whack thoughts from myself, but when you start to look at it from that aspect, you start to realize that it is. You go to work. You go and work for someone in a store, in a kiosk, in a business. It's the same principle. You're just living a humanized virtual reality of the internet. And you go home, you recharge, you turn off the internet for a while, but you're still connected. You're never not. Some people are watching TV and movies, they're online on the computer, always connected even when you're not. Forever surrounded by Wi-Fi and satellite and technology that is keeping you ingrained within this loop. So you go to nature. You go to nature to recharge that electricity, so that when you go back into the internet, you can give it back to them. It's an interesting concept, not saying that it's actually real, but I find it fascinating to think that that's exactly what it is. People are walking through shopping centers like they're in a queue online. I challenge you, when you go out during a busy weekend or to a shopping mall or a center, and you see the people, just sit and observe the traffic, the flow of traffic, people sitting down having conversation. Are they all acting like ones and zeros? Like a pathway, a bus, buying one thing, moving to the next. It's kind of like those online video games of poker and stuff like this, where people come to the table, do their thing, and then leave. A consistent coming in and coming out of people buying things and leaving, just in a human form. It doesn't matter whether my concept or visualization is real. It doesn't matter whether it's factual or not. It's the precipice of thinking outside the box to seeing something different, to changing the way the mind works, the way you interact with the reality outside of yourself. That's what's important. Because when you become visually aware of your surroundings, you start to pay attention to the frequencies, the energies, to when manipulation is happening. You pick up on negative beings or entities. You pick up on the frequency shifts and the changes. And the system doesn't like that. So it'll send through bugs or viruses or certain people to bump into you when there's plenty of room around you. Or someone to disrupt your frequency to keep the balance because you bring the light in crowded places. How many times do you walk into a place and everything's working great, but then you do something because you are powerful and positive and some technology breaks and doesn't work? It's a sign. It's a symbol. It happens to me all the time. And I hope it happens to you. Let me know. What do you think? So just with that, I'll leave you with peace and love. Take care.